Hi dear students, in our last class we learned about the distance, displacement, scalar quantity, vector quantity and the representation of a vector. Okay dear students, today I am going to explain about the new concept that is speed and velocity. Speed and velocity. Speed and velocity. Speed. What is the definition of a speed? Definition: the distance traveled by the body per unit time is called speed. The distance traveled by the body per unit time is called speed. Dear students, consider one example. Okay, this one is a person. I am considering A. This person changes position from one point to another point. He travel a distance 10 meter. He travel a distance 10 meter. A person changes the position from initial to final. This one is I am considering initial point. ಆರಂಭಿಕ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಆರಂಭಿಕ ಸ್ಥಳ, ಇದು ಅಂತಿಮ ಸ್ಥಳ. This one is the initial point and this one is the final point. The distance between initial to final point is 10 meter. Okay, just I am taking example. Then he changes the position from one point to another point. Time taken to cover that much of distance. Time is considered 4 seconds. This one is the distance and this one is the time. Distance traveled by the body or distance traveled by an object per unit time, that is called as speed. That speed is equal to distance by time. Distance divided by time. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತು ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತಂದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸ್ಪೀಡ್. ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಾಗುವ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸ್ಪೀಡ್. ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಡಿಸ್ಟನ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸ್ಪೀಡ್. ಅಂಡ್ the SI unit of speed, it is measured in terms of meter per second. The SI unit is meter per second because the distance measured in terms of meter, time measured in terms of second. Its SI unit is meter per second. ಇದರದ್ದು ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಏಕಮಾನ ಏನಿದೆ? meter per second. The distance measured in terms of meter per second. The next one point, its dimensional formula is dimensional formula is m0 L1 T1. Here M indicates mass value 0, length value 1 and time value also 1. Distance divided by time. Distance measured in terms of meter. Meter means that one is considered as an length. Distance measured in the form of length and time measured in terms of second, but time it is denoted by symbol T. Here length value is 1 and time value also 1. Mass value 0. Its dimensional formula M0 L1 T1. Then next one point. It is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. Dear students, it is a which quantity? It is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity nothing but a physical quantity having only magnitude, no direction. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದ್ದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಯಾವ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ? ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, that is the next one concept, that is the velocity. Speed over, next one is the velocity. What is the definition of velocity? Velocity andre enu? The rate of displacement of a body is called as velocity. The rate of displacement of a body is called velocity. Or another definition, or the rate of change of position of a body in a particular direction. The rate of change of position of a body. Change of position of a body. The rate of change of position of a body in a particular direction is called velocity. Velocity andre the rate of change of displacement of a body in a particular direction. ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಾಗುವ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಟನ್ಸ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈಗ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಾಗುವ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಇನ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ. ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಟೈಮ್. ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೈ ಟೈಮ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಟೈಮ್. Displacement divided by time is called as velocity. Once again repeat this one. The rate of displacement of a body is called as velocity, or the rate of change of position of a body in a particular direction is called as velocity. Okay, important points on velocity. First one point, it's a SI unit. It's a SI unit is meter per second. Its SI unit is meter per second. Velocity and speed, the two are measured in terms of meter per second. And its dimensional formula, its dimensional formula is m0 l1 t1. Next, it is a which quantity? It is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Speed, it is a scalar quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. Vector quantity means that physical quantity having both magnitude and direction. Here displacement, it is a vector quantity. Okay, displacement divided by time, it is a velocity. Okay, it is also which quantity? It is a vector quantity. Okay, up to here velocity also over. Then distinguish between speed and velocity. Difference. How to distinguish speed and velocity? First one speed and second one velocity. How to distinguish speed and velocity? Speed ಮತ್ತೆ velocity ನ ಯಾವ ತರ ನಾವು separate ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? First point on speed side, the distance divided by per unit time is called as speed. Speed means speed is equal to distance divided by time. Distance divided by time is called as speed. ದೂರ ಮತ್ತು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡ ಕಾಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ side, velocity is equal to displacement by time. Displacement divided by time. ಸ್ಥಾನ ಪಲ್ಲಟ, ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸ್ಥಾನ ಪಲ್ಲಟ ಮತ್ತು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ. Distance divided by time is called as speed and the displacement divided by time is called as velocity. Next, second one point. It is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. And this one is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Speed ಅನ್ನೋದು ಯಾವ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ? ಇದು ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್, ನೋ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ vector quantity. It having both magnitude and direction. Next one, third one. For a moving body, it cannot be negative. For moving body, it cannot be negative. It means it is always considered in positive value. Third one, this side. For a moving body can be positive or negative. Can a moving body can be considered in positive or negative? How to explain this one? Means any one body moving in a particular speed, for example 20 meter per second. Okay, that is considered as a distance divided by time. It is a speed. For example, one car moving on a road, that car changes the position from one point to another point, 10 meter and time 1 second. 10 meter per second. Here distance changes a body changes a position. Distance divided by time is called as speed. It having positive value. Okay, it never considered in terms of negative or cannot be considered negative. This side. For example, body moving velocity 10 meter per second. After traveling some distance, it changes the velocity 20 meter per second. Here velocity increases. Velocity increases. Suppose that body again changes the velocity 20 to 10. It means here velocity value decreases. Okay. Here increases and decreases. That velocity may be considered in positive and negative. Number fourth one. Fourth one. Average speed for a moving body cannot be zero. Average speed, sarasari vega. Average speed of a moving body cannot be zero. Cannot be zero. Moving body cannot be zero. Any one vehicle or any one object moving particular velocity means that one speed cannot to explain in negative order or in zero order. It having some positive value. And this side, the average speed of a moving body is be zero. Average speed of a moving body can be zero. Can be zero. Can be zero. Can be zero. It means body changes a position from A to B. It covers 10 meter distance in 10 seconds. Suppose again body moving from B to A 10 meter 10 seconds. It means total average distance 10 plus minus 10 divided by 10 meter minus 10. The two are cancel means answer 0. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಥಾನದಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಚಲಿಸಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Any one body changes the position from one point to another point, again returns back to same position. At that time displacement value will be 0 and displacement divided by time. Okay, time also is considered as 10 minus 10, that is 0. It means velocity we can explain in terms of in terms of 0 also. Okay, this one is the main difference between speed and velocity. Once and again explain this one. Speed distance divided by time, velocity displacement divided by time. Speed it is a which quantity? It is a scalar quantity, and velocity it is a vector quantity. For moving body it cannot be negative. Speed cannot be negative. That value is always considered in terms of positive. Next, for a moving body can be considered positive, negative